Hello my friends, welcome back to my channel. It's a beautiful day today on Sunday, beautiful sunny day on Sunday in the Caribbean. But my friends, I have some very important news for you. Warning, if you are a green card holder living in the United States or living in Jamaica or living anywhere in the Caribbean, anywhere in Africa, this warning is for you. I want you to listen to me carefully what I have to say, because the new Donald Trump administration is taking away people's green cards from them. Listen to me carefully in what I have to say in this video. If you are a US green card holder, this is a warning to all USA green card holders, whether you're Jamaican, Caribbean national, or African. Listen to me carefully. The reason for US green card is for you to stay, live, and work in the United States. So if you have a United States green card and you're using it like a travel visa, you can risk losing that green card and your pathway to US citizenship abandoned or stopped by the US Immigration Authority. This is according to the rules of the US green card, and the USA would have had some immigration rules for a long time now that are finally being enforced under this new Donald Trump administration. You know, mass deportation was signed into an executive order by the president so that all federal agency could tighten up on US immigration. I'm going to read exactly what the USA green card holders are eligible to do, or what they should not do, I should say. If you are a US green card permanent resident, or you have a US green card or permanent resident, same thing, and plan to travel, here are the key rules to keep in mind. Number one, traveling outside of the United States. You must be very careful when traveling outside of the United States. If you are a US green card holder, you have a dual citizenship, a Jamaican passport and a US passport at the same time, or any other Caribbean, a Trinidadian, Barbadian passport, and a US passport at the same time, but you have a US green card and you're traveling outside of the United States. For trips under 6 months, generally short trips outside of the US will not affect your green card. So if you have a green card, you're living in the US, but you have a dual citizenship, you're a Caribbean national at the same time, if you travel outside of the US for less than 6 months, it will not affect your green card. However, trips over 6 months but less than 1 year, here's what you should do. US Customs and Border Protection may question whether you abandon your residency, whether you abandon your residency if you travel outside of the US with a green card for more than 6 months but less than a year. You should carry, if this happens, you should carry proof of strong ties to the US. For example, a job letter, a lease, tax return, property rights, things like that. Trips, listen to me, it gets even more riskier now if you're gonna take a trip outside of the US for more than a year. This is what will happen. Your green card may be considered abandoned unless you have a re-entry permit form, I-131 form leaving the United States of America. This allows you with this re-entry permit. This allows green card holders to stay outside of the United States for up to 2 years without losing your residency or green card. So if you have a green card and you're a Jamaican national, you're national of Barbados, national of Trinidad and Tobago, national of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Grenada, Dominica, St. Kitts and Nevis, Antigua and Barbuda, Nigeria, Kenya, South Africa, Ghana, you name it. If you're national of those countries and you have a green card and you leave the United States for more than a year and you do not have a re-entry permit or what they call it, let me give you the exact name, I-131 form. You must have this form or re-entry permit before you leave the United States of America, if you plan to stay for more than 1 year. Because if you don't have this form and you leave the US for more than 1 year and you try to enter back into the United States, the immigration officer can revoke your green card and say you have abandoned your green card because you was issued this green card so that you can live and work in the United States of America, but you're now using this green card as a travel visa. They can say that, and you have no intention of living and working in the United States. So under those circumstances, you no longer are eligible to carry a US green card, and they can revoke it right away and say go and apply for a travel visa now, because that is what you want. You don't want a green card because you're not living and working in the US. You're being out of the country too long, so you don't need it. That is what they can say. However, if you apply for a re-entry form or re-entry permit before you leave the United States of America, you can stay for up to 2 years, not more than 2 years, you know, up to 2 years. So make sure if it's a year and 11 months, don't go on a year and 12 months. You can go up to a year and 11 months out of the US if you have this re-entry permit. And then let's say you're out of the country for a year and a half, then you can apply again for another re-entry permit, and if you get it again, you can spend another 2 years, and that is how you do it. But if you don't do none of that, and you after 2 years or after a year you say you're going to re-enter the US, the immigration officer can stop you, revoke your green card, and say you don't need it. You're traveling like you're using the green card like a visa, and they can consider that fraud because that is not the intention in which you applied for it for. You applied for a green card to say you want to live and work and contribute to the United States of America, but you're using the green card and you're living outside of America. So therefore, you don't need it. You need a travel visa. Revoke your green card, go to the US Embassy to apply for a tourist visa. That is what they can say to you. Here's some tips on the re-entry to the US. Always carry your valid green card and passport when returning. Even though you have it, don't say they have it on file. Always carry it, all your documents, green card, passports, everything. If your trip was long, you may be questions about ties to the US to prove you did not abandon residency. The same thing I was talking about. If your green card is expired, you may need a boarding foil, the form I-131A from a US consulate to return. Let me say that again. If your green card is expired and you're out of the US, you may need a boarding foil, a form, they call it a form I-131A from a US consulate to return. So if you're in Jamaica and your green card expire, you need to go to the US consulate or the US embassy, whatever they call it, there, and apply for a boarding foil, a form I-131A, so that you can present it to US immigration once you enter US airport. 3. Citizenship considerations. If you plan to apply for US citizenship, long trips, especially over 6 months, can disrupt the continuous residence requirement. Normally, if you have a green card, you're on a pathway to citizenship, and they can say you didn't spend continuous years in the US. You was here for 6 months and then you went to Jamaica for 2 years, you come back again, you try to come back again. Even if you went to Jamaica for 7 months and then you're in the US for another 6 months, you move back again, they're going to say you're moving back and forth, you're not permanent, so you're not serious about becoming a United States of America citizen. Number 4, special rules for certain green card holders. Listen to me carefully, this is very important. This is special rules for certain green card holders. Conditional green card holders ensure your status is valid before traveling. If you are a conditional green card holder, ensure your status is valid before traveling. Criminal record. Some crimes may take your inadmissible when returning. Some crimes may make you inadmissible when returning, which means the questions surrounding the crimes, so they can deny you entry. So my friends, I hope you learned something today from my video, my warning to all green card holders in America or in the Caribbean, in Africa. If you have a US green card, you have another citizenship of your home country, your dual citizenship, this message was for you. Yesterday I did a video about Jamaica Prime Minister welcoming its citizens back home. You must know what you want. If you want to live in the US permanently and you have a green card, you may want to ensure that you become a citizen first, a full citizen, before you're traveling outside of the US for more than 6 months at a time once you have a green card, because you don't want to disrupt your pathway to citizenship. Under this new administration, anything is possible. Do not take any chances, my friends. If you enjoy this video and you're watching for the first time, please consider subscribing to my channel. I usually bring news to you every day, news that affect our people on the African continent and the African diaspora. The mission of this channel is to bridge the gap between the African continent and the African diaspora. The African diaspora is all the Caribbean island nations, Africa, African Americans, Afro-British, Afro-Canadians, Afro-Europeans, Africans in South America. We are one people that make up the African diaspora. African continent is the 54 countries in Africa. Mission here of this channel is to bridge that gap between the African continent and the African diaspora. You can join this channel by becoming a member and help me to assist, help me to fulfill the journey of bridging the gap between all our people worldwide, whether you're on the African continent or you're in the African diaspora, because we are one people separated by a brutal European slave trade and colonialism. But my friends, we are coming back stronger than ever before. We are coming back together as one. Let us build each other and support each other. So please consider subscribing to my channel to help strengthen our people worldwide. I also have a travel channel. You can find it in the link in this description box. Also, to become a member, the link is in this description box as well. So you can find all that information there, and I will see you tomorrow, my friends, in the next video. So come back tomorrow and I will bring to you another video that relates to the African continent and the African diaspora. Let us work together, my friends. Thank you for watching. My name is Beyond. This is Beyond Uncut. And oh, thank you for over 25,000 subscribers. I have over 25,000 subscribers on this channel, and I made the 25,000 mark a few days ago, and I thank you so much for all your support and continued participation on this channel. Please comment your thoughts and opinion on what you think about this video, and let's have a wonderful interactive conversation. Thank you for watching, my friends, and I will see you again tomorrow in the next video. See you tomorrow, my friends. Much love, and I'll see you tomorrow in the next video. Bye-bye.